Leah, the richest jailbreak player, even after 3 years, is still the most richest jailbreak player in existence. But not only her, there's so many other rich players from back then in 2019, 2017, 2018, who still are insanely rich even today. But where are they? Why did a lot of them quit? You would think that all these rich players, including Leah, the richest jailbreak player today, would quit because of the repetitiveness of the game, but no. Obviously, as you can tell from my cash, I used to grind with Leah back in 2018 and 2019, all the way up till she hit 1 billion cash. But not a lot of people know why a lot of these rich players quit, especially the OG rich players. Nowadays, when you log into Jailbreak, there's not a lot of rich players because the hundreds of rich players we had just quit Jailbreak entirely and just never came back to the game. This is actually due to the fact that Jailbreak in 2021 just changed. Obviously, as you may know, Jailbreak 2020, Leah hit 1 billion cash. But then after her, 1 or 2 other people hit 1 billion cash, but they did not get a vehicle. The reasoning for this is because most of them have actually auto-robbed. Nowadays, most rich players have somehow auto-robbed, and we're just not as unique as Leah. But that was also the time where Jailbreak's downfall kind of began. You see, in 2021, Jailbreak's focus began on vehicles, and because of that, Jailbreak started to attract an entire vehicle community. And while doing that, the current Jailbreak community got thrown off and basically left. Most rich players will probably come back for nostalgia, but this game doesn't really have too much nostalgia left in it, which of course the developers have actually realized, and they will be working on this in 2024, but I feel like it's a little bit too late. Or you never know, I could be wrong. A lot of rich players wanted more robbery, and the 2020 bank truck robbery was just not really it for them. Right now, all you really do is like go to the back of it, and that's really it. It's not technically too much of a robbery, and in 2021 of winter, we did not even get a robbery, so you kind of get my point. Jailbreak started to focus a lot more on vehicles, and rich players in Jailbreak just did not care for vehicles. They cared about Jailbreak, and the developers kind of stopped focusing so much on robberies and cops versus robbers as aspect, and just completely began their focus on vehicles, that it just ran a lot of these rich players away, including Leah. The whole reason why Leah doesn't return to Jailbreak anymore, even after obtaining an exclusive vehicle that only she can drive, is because of the fact that this game just doesn't look the same as it used to. This game is just all about vehicles now and not actually Jailbreak. And just the Jailbreak feeling is kind of gone from the game now. Like, don't get me wrong, Jailbreak today looks very nice. The city is beautiful, the crater city is beautiful, the oil rig is very well built, the prison is very well built, but nostalgia is not there. As a 2017 OG Jailbreak player myself, this game does not remind me of old times at all, which of course is understandable because a game has to evolve and actually has to do new things, but they just kind of changed the game so much that it does not look anything like it used to. And when you do that, the community gets a little bit driven away because it doesn't feel like home. Map obviously looks good, but it just doesn't give that OG feeling anymore. I'm pretty sure if Jailbreak still had a lot of these OG things in the game, Leah would have probably still came back every few months, but she hasn't came back to the game in over 2 years because of the fact that the game is all about cars, vehicles, and just the Jailbreak car community obsessing over cars. Such an amazing car! Oh my god, look at the pointy parts! Oh, I love the engines, mate!
Yes, I do love the exhaust pipes. I believe this is a 49 engine.
By the way, this is not me hating on Jailbreak. I still love the game. I just want to see it do good. This is actually the first time we even got a robbery in an entire year, which actually is a extremely cool robbery, but we got the freaking mansion robbery like last year, which was not really a robbery, but more of a boss battle, which Jailbreak players, at least the rich players, do not care about. Of course, I trust in the developers. They're obviously going to bring nostalgia back into the game in 2024. Now look, here's my proposal. If this video hits 1,100 likes, I will do a Jailbreak rich player event, just like the good old days where a lot of YouTubers used to do rich player events, and I will bring all the OG rich players back into Jailbreak for a day. But we're gonna have fun, we're gonna do the event, and there's gonna be cool prizes. This community back then was pretty toxic, but it wasn't too bad, in my opinion. Now this community is extremely toxic, and if rich players do come back, if a lot of the community does come back, I'm not sure how they would take the game now, because it is actually pretty toxic now. And for YouTubers, of course, we know this game is pretty unplayable. I mean, if you go to a public server, you pretty much get arrested and you cannot check out anything in a public server. Let's see what the developers do in 2024 and if they bring back anything OG for 2024.